it is 1 o'clock. Is there a motion to return to open session?
So moved. Second.
Anyway.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Does anybody have the current agenda that we're still operating on?
So long ago.
Yeah, it must have fallen out. Okay, we're still on item number 4, discussion and possible action regarding follow-up questions related to any 17-18 estimate of needs. Danny, I think you did some work for us here.
Yep, went through each department, tried to break down by the 5 categories for each department based on this committee's recommendation. The only one I was having trouble coming back to was District 2. It wasn't adding up, and I think we were double counting
Travel.
a couple of the items, yeah. All right, so I was doing a current budget, which I think was the will of this committee. We added $29.34 in health premiums. That was 6 months for someone's health premium, adding $4,000 for furniture and $1,500 for travel, which is what the notes were here. And that was coming up to $273,201, not the $278,701. That's a difference of $5,500. So I'm thinking, talking to you as well, that maybe we're just double counting those 2 items there.
Yeah.
So we need to lower. Sorry.
Poor Steve. I know. I'm not gonna sit by him next year.
Well,
I think they have when you touched his mouth. So,
Yeah.
well,
You have to be going.
obviously I didn't touch it long enough.
This is called a user fee, right?
Yeah, there you go.
So scroll over to the new amount, $273,201.
Yeah, 273,201. Does anybody have a problem lowering that by $500 other than Steve?
Well, I don't have a problem with it. As a matter of fact, I'll make the motion that revise D2's recommended levels from $278,701 to $273,201.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay.
Which of course adds $5,500 to the bottom line.
Well, and I did have a question on the bottom line, and I know we're gonna try to get out of here quick. Where's the money?
We put them in reserve.
5,500.
Well, it's up on reserve on the sheet.
Yeah, I can just move it up there.
2752503. Essentially 5,500 higher.
We had talked semi-significantly about the phones earlier on, and then we didn't discuss it all on Friday. I just want to make sure that this group is all on the same page, because we do not have any funding for the phones in the IT capital, correct?
I believe that's correct.
I think we thought ask PDA first. This is how I remember the discussion being regarding phones.
His recommendation was, yeah, to look at PBA first and then go from there.
Okay.
Do you mind clicking on the comment for the 410, what we did fund? Because I know we went through capital.
Yeah, it was 2 elevators and
And the
a
control valve.
control valve. And I remember us talking about PBA. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page, because I know that was something that was really significant on all of our minds, and I want to make sure that we were all in the same place.
I think we should do the phones. I would make a motion that we make that, the amount to read in record, 900 some, as part of our recommendation when we present the budget board on Thursday.
I was close to the 6 mark, was it 9?
For what, the phones? Yeah, it was like 660 or 690.
I I mean, I know budget board isn't PBA, and it would have to go before PBA to be approved, but maybe just part of our notes when we present what we were thinking. I'll start restating. I'll make a motion that we, as part of our recommendation to the budget board, make the note that our committee would like to approach PBA for $669,763 for countywide phone systems.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Who said that?
Right.
Me. And I don't mind making a motion to put the 5,500 up in our reserve, cost center 995.
There's a motion and a second to move the 5,500 savings from the reduction in the District 2 recommended funding level, moving that up to reserve. Is there any discussion? All right, no discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
You have a separate sheet here that breaks it down by category for each department. So the current budget, their request, and then what he is recommending by category. Obviously, you guys haven't had a chance to see this, the breakdown, since finished it. So I don't know if that's something we want to send out, give everybody a chance to look at,
Yeah, I think we
make sure it works, make sure it jives with what everybody had agreed upon, and
Is there any notation as, for instance, on increases from last fiscal year, because a lot of the budgets remained flat? Do we have any notation as to what those increases are associated with? Because of potentially some questions that are going to come up.
sure. Kind of went through and put some notes for some of the adjustments for each department.
Okay.
I can send that out as well.
That would be
Kind of
great.
accompanies this other worksheet.
Looks good, Danny. Thank you very much.
I just think it makes it a lot easier for the departments. They know exactly what they're getting, which category, if the budget board obviously approves those, but.
So we can approve this, and then July 1 meeting, I guess technically July 3rd meeting, we'd be able to do transfers for the 10%
Yeah.
balances and
Yeah.
categories.
Yeah, you'll have to.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we're not going to really be letting the departments move that around any way they want to. This is the way it needs to be.
That would be up to the budget board. They would have to present to the budget board to move.
Our recommendation is that they don't, but it's
Right.
But
the board's call.
we'll have a starting of what it was, so we'll know, starting July 1, this is what it was, and then we'll have the record on budget board agendas of what was transferred in the law.
And in the budget book, you will see this breakdown for the adopted budget.
Because our preference would be, that's what we start with, July 1, and then we'll make the transfer request due to the 10%. have another meeting.
But
You still have, it's technically one more meeting then, if you want me to review this and then come back.
How long will it take everybody to review this info?
I just did when it was up there, ours is fine. You had it on, it is just 5,000 in M&M.
I mean, if you scroll down to ours, I can tell you real quick.
do we want to give the departments though the opportunity to,
Yeah, that's kind of what I was.
Well, it's just gonna save me the time to have to look at it here in a minute.
so we'll just see departments?
So 16-5-20015.
Hello?
Go
Yeah,
back to the top, okay?
yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
I see what you're saying.
Right
Yeah.
at the
Very
top.
good.
Yeah.
When you get a chance.
And do we need to vote on the total recommendation now, or do we want to review the other document first? Because, you know, there's not a consensus to this adjustment column, obviously. And if we're gonna make one recommendation, this column to the budget board would be to vote as our recommendation.
Yeah, either that or the other document that you prepared that has the line item and the breakdown, all of that's gonna add up to that 81,230, or not the 81, but the,
Yeah, it was just.
whatever the
Mine would be 90.
bottom line is, at 91,462, 892.
Well, I thought that since this is one page, this would,
Any user fee?
this would be the recommendation, and this was the backup,
Okay.
the more detail to that one-page document.
Yeah, that'll work.
That way we can put them all on the budget board agenda, attach it.
There's dollar off.
That's all rounding, so.
Now you're dollar.
There's that agenda software. Let's start then.
That's right.
Yeah, it's just a rounding deal. There's probably a couple pennies.
Does everybody want some time to review the additional information?
I'm good with what we got.
Yeah, I'm good too.
We will need that if I don't vote today to attach.
Tomorrow.
Does anybody want additional time to review the other document?
You good with that? You good? Good.
I'm good.
If there's any errors.
What about the departments? Give them a chance to look at their breakdown. I don't see why it would be an issue, but
But it reflects what's on the rest of the page, right?
Well, we gave everybody an opportunity to come in and make their case, and then we made a recommendation based upon, you know, the information that they provided, both in their estimate of need and their verbal pleas. I don't
yeah.
necessarily know that we need to get their permission before we.
The only reason I say that, we had several throughout the year that said we never got a chance to, say where we were going to put our money in.
Well, and I think part of that was maybe a little bit of confusion up front with this group making the recommendation to budget board to put it like that. I think that's maybe more of a communication side to where we, let them know. If they feel like money should have been appropriated in a different fashion, especially since the majority are kind of staying level funding, so by and large, we're not giving the extra. If they felt like they needed more or less in one area versus another, then the estimate of needs should have been filled out differently.
Right. I agree. I'm good with it.
Mr. Chairman, then I would make a recommendation based on column D, for this committee to approve that recommendation of $91,462,891, as our recommendation to the budget board.
91 million, 462.
I second that motion.
All right, there's a motion and well, hang on. We're still on item number 5. Item number 4, follow-up questions. Is there anything else before, and we'll jump to that agenda item in just a second. Is there anything else that anybody wants to discuss as it relates to any of the estimate of needs before we move to item number 6, which is our recommendation? All right, seeing none, we will move to item number 6, discussion of possible action to make a recommendation to Oklahoma County Budget Board from the Oklahoma County Budget Evaluation Team regarding the fiscal year 17-18 estimate of needs. Christie?
Same motion. I'll make a motion to approve what we have before us, column D, showing a budget of $91,462,891 is our recommendation to the budget board.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Mike? Nope. Christie?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Dean? Larry?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Scooter?
Yes.
I'm a yes.
So 2 noes, Lambert, Sullivan.
All right. I guess that's it. We're done, seriously?
Do we get to actually adjourn that meeting?
Noon on Christmas Day.
What is that day?
You open everything.
Yeah. What is that agenda that we started with?
Oh, here it is, April 3rd.
Wow.
Not April.
What do you have?
May.
One I got, yeah.
That's what this is. So, all right, any citizens participation? Board comments? Mike? None. Christie?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank the chairman. I think that as each year goes by, we get better as far as vetting all this. I know it's been a lot of hard work, and I thank all the board members, because it did take a lot of work, but I think that we came up with a good recommendation based on the funding we had available, and I just appreciate it.
Thank you. Danny?
Nothing.
Larry? Rick?
I just hope come September we can take a hard look at some of the items that are out there regarding pay raises, showing up some stuff for the court clerk, equity in the pay, things like that that affect every employee of Oklahoma County.
John? I'll echo kind of what Mr. Satterwhite and what Rick said. First of all, hopefully we can, come September, when we get that supplement come in, revisit a few of these issues. You know, hopefully we'll have found other funding for the phone system and be able to, you know, move forward on that, be able to look at the pay equity situation in the court clerk's office, which is a definite need, and, you know, various other things. That everything that was presented to us was worthwhile. It just is a matter of finding, you know, the best place to put the dollars immediately, and then look at other stuff going forward. I appreciate the work of everybody around the table. I mean, we truly can't get to a recommendation without everybody's input and everybody asking difficult questions and not getting our feathers ruffled and, you know, really, you know, being professional about it. And I think all of us were, for the most part, except for me maybe a couple times. And if I ruffled any feathers, I apologize. But I appreciate the hard work of this group. I appreciate the elected officials that you guys represent, allowing you to take time off to be part of this process. Anyway, that's all I have. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Some motions or second? Are you guys sure that we definitely want to?
We want to bring that, do we want to bring that?
Yeah, really. Is it?
Is there discussion? Yes. What are we gonna do with all of our free time?
Getting caught up.
On the bank contracts and all kinds of.
All right, there's a motion and a second to adjourn this rather lengthy meeting. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thanks, guys.